Hello, hello, how's it going? Goddamn Windows 11. I tried turning on my audio for an hour or something, and I kept running into issues. Like, my microphone was apparently detected, but when I tried to speak on it, there was no input coming. So, I don't know what happened, but, anyways, I want to talk about AAA games and how I have completely lost faith in them. I don't think I'm gonna be buying any AAA game in the near future because, I mean, you're seeing Battlefield 6 running in the background, and this is a clear example of why I don't trust AAA games anymore. No, I haven't bought any AAA game. I don't know when was the last time I bought a new AAA game before this, but I think it's more than a year. One reason is also because I haven't had money to get more AAA games, or well, I have had some money, but I rather spend it in other things than giving my money to companies that don't care about me. Now, why did I fall for this? Because again, I hadn't bought AAA games in a long, long time. I fell for this because I saw a bunch of YouTubers, a bunch of content creators talking about how great this Battlefield 6 game was, and yeah, I fell for it. I thought, okay, maybe Battlefield's coming to full form. It's been since Battlefield 4 since I have wanted to experience like a modern game that feels more like a real war. Of course, Call of Duty doesn't feel like a real war at all, and all the crazy skins and microtransactions have completely ruined it for me. So yeah, I just wanted a shooter that felt more modern and that had tanks and vehicles and like big maps. This game, according to a lot of YouTubers that were talking about it, was supposed to be it. But after playing this for slightly over a month, because I didn't purchase this immediately after it came out, I waited for the holiday sales. Yes, of course, again, I was trying to save money when it comes to buying games. So I didn't pay full price for this, and I still feel like I didn't get my money's worth. I still feel like I could have saved some more, you know. I started playing Battlefield when Battlefield 3 came out. Well, I didn't bought the game exactly when it came out, but somewhere around there. And I gotta say, Battlefield 3 is still my favorite Battlefield game up until this point. Battlefield 4 was also cool, but it took him like a year to fix it, so it kind of broke the whole thing. Because in the first year of the release cycle is usually when games have the more people in it, and it's usually when it's the most fun. So if that first year is is the year that took you to fix it, chances are that game is not gonna be as fun as Battlefield 3. I remember Battlefield 3 competing directly with Modern Warfare 3, which Modern Warfare 3 was freaking awesome. In my opinion, Modern Warfare 3 was when Call of Duty reached its peak. I didn't play much Call of Duty games after that game came out. So yeah. Um, but anyways, coming back to Battlefield 3, Battlefield was awesome, and the cool thing was that it was awesome since the moment it launched. Battlefield 4 was also cool, but again, it took him well over a year to fix it. Battlefield 1 was also really cool, like it was a breath of fresh air back in the day from all the modern shooters, going back to World War One, when you had less automatic weapons and sniper rifles were really fun to use in that game. A lot of people would say they were very noob friendly, and to that I'm not gonna deny that. Yes, they were very noob friendly, but what can you do? What can you say about it? Battlefield 5 started the downward trend of, I don't know, Battlefield just losing its identity and being filled with a bunch of microtransactions, which I didn't really like. But anyways, Battlefield 2042, I was tempted to buy it, but then I saw how horrible its release was, and I refrained myself from buying it. And yeah, that's how we end up on Battlefield 6. And a bunch of YouTubers just basically saying how it was the greatest thing, the second coming of Jesus Christ, basically. And it was not that. This feels like a pretty bare bones Battlefield. This feels, the maps feel tiny. The gameplay flow feels really broken. Like, you either have one thing completely destroying the other one, or you don't have anything. Like, that's the only thing that happens in most lobbies that I join. And I play alone. I don't have like friends to play with, so I usually end up on the losing team. Plus, as you can see from the gameplay in the background, I'm not really that good at playing the game. And before you say, well, you don't enjoy the game because you're pretty bad at it, I have been at every Call of Duty, at every Battlefield game ever since Battlefield 3 came out, and I have still enjoyed them. Even though I was terrible at it, I don't know, I was having fun, hopping onto the tank, running around from one side of the map to the other. Like, I had genuine fun. And in this, this is kind of fun, but again, the map just feels tiny. The vehicle gameplay also feels pretty like a setback, or like a going back from Battlefield 4, which is a more than 10-year-old game. So yeah, and this goes to why the discussion on, again, why I don't buy Battlefield game. Why I don't buy AAA games. Why I'm not gonna be buying new AAA games. I'm just gonna be buying older games, like from the 2010 to like 2016, 2018 era. I think that was a big era of gaming, however you want to look at it, in terms of graphics wise, especially around 2016, 2018. Those graphics were awesome. No new games have topped off those graphics, but the specs required to play them keep getting bigger and bigger, so I don't know what's happening with that. But just don't buy AAA games, people. It's not necessary. There's plenty of old games to play now. If you are very big into multiplayer games, this might not be an option for you, because these multiplayer games, really old ones, tend to just empty out after a couple of years of their release. But even like that, I don't know, man. This is why I have been getting a lot more onto single player games lately, because I'm like, I don't like any brand new game. I don't think it's worth to pay. I don't think it's worth paying whatever money they're asking for it. And I play all games, but all multiplayer games are empty, so yeah, that's how you end up mostly playing single player games. Plus, I don't have that much time to play anymore, so you cannot be playing multiplayer games nowadays if you only have like a couple of hours to play throughout the week. You're gonna get destroyed. There's a lot of tryhards now. There's people who actually make a living off of this. I remember when I started in Modern Warfare, you couldn't really make a living off of playing video games, or at least that was the moment where it was starting. You had a couple of YouTubers that were making a living, but back in the day, the money wasn't really that attractive. So yeah, no. The culture has changed. People are a lot more tryhard now than they used to be. There's less focus on fun. Again, microtransactions completely ruined gaming. Everything seems like heartless, and yeah, the passion is gone, man. The passion is gone. You don't have new games that you're playing and you're like, oh, this is, the developers really put some passion, some talent into this. No, you only feel like it feels like you're just buying fast food video games. It's a very familiar experience because it's basically the same experience as the experience before, but somehow they managed to not only not upgrade it, not make it better, but a lot of times even make it worse. Again, Call of Duty, in my opinion, since Modern Warfare 3, and I'm not talking about the 2023 version, I'm talking about 2011 Modern Warfare 3. ever since that game came out, I think it has been in a downward spiral. Like there have been a couple of games here and there that have done or that have been decently well, like Modern Warfare 2019. Modern Warfare was awesome, but apart from that, I just don't have an interest in those games. This is what's happening. This is what's happening in Battlefield. Battlefield 6 feels like the, you know, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 version of this. Like, not finished. It gets old pretty quick, and DICE and or whoever is responsible for this game seems to just have cashed out and then run away, which is very sad because I really wanted the Battlefield franchise to come back. This game is still kind of new, so I guess we still have time for it to have a fix. But that's again the problem. Why do we have to wait? We're paying money for a new game. We're supposed to get the game. Extra content is supposed to be extra, not necessary to make the game playable or fun or just it shouldn't be a requirement. Like the game should already be really good when it comes out, and then become even better. But that's a trend that has been going on ever since like 2014, like 2015. People just realize how easy it is to update games, how easy it is to make users take the weight of their mistakes. It's really easy when you can just make your players download a 50 gigabyte update and fix the game that way after a year of the game having released. Who cares if your game was already like 200 gigabytes when it released, and who cares if storage now is expensive as hell? Like you can 512 gigabyte SSD can only fill like 3 or 4 modern games before updates, and we're talking about paying upwards of $90 for that. So that's another extra cost of gaming nowadays. Plus, you have the RAM situation going on, the GPU situation going on. Like gaming seems to be pretty bad when it was supposed to be freaking awesome with how many technologies we have now and the advancement of graphics processing and all that stuff. To have games that came out in 2018, 2015 look better than games nowadays, I don't know. It's just bad. Everything is soulless. Everything is bad. Another really big example of that trend starting was the GTA Definitive Trilogy. For someone who started off in GTA playing those games, the way they remastered those feels like an insult, feels like a middle finger to the original fans, and that's why I'm not even excited about GTA 6 anymore. I don't think GTA 6 is gonna be that good because GTA 5 wasn't that good for me. I mean, it was good when it released, but again, it stayed just the same as when it released back in 2013. Like no single player DLC. The multiplayer in itself turned into like a second job for many people. Like imagine that you come pretty tired from work after a long day, or you're pretty tired from school. You wanna have a break. You wanna just relax from life, and then you hop onto GTA Online, and what? Guess what? You have to grind and grind and grind to buy stuff. So it's like, I mean, do I want to escape from my regular life, or do I want to have a second job? But anyways, I guess this has been it. I hope this doesn't sound too depressing. If it does, well, that's the way it is. Don't trust AAA games anymore. Don't buy them on release day. These companies don't deserve us to buy games on release day. These companies don't deserve the money. If you really want a new AAA game, at least wait for the holidays, or at least wait for some sales to happen, because they don't deserve the money. They don't put any effort. They don't even try. So why should we try giving them money, right? Anyways, have a nice one. I hope this gameplay from the background wasn't too bad for you to look at it, because again, I'm pretty bad at this game. I was always bad, but I'm now even worse because I only play like a couple of hours per week. But yeah, anyways, this has been it. If you have any thoughts on this, if you had this same experience on Battlefield 6 or any other new AAA games that have come out in the latest years, tell me your opinions down below. Thank you. Bye bye.